A voltage divider is a simple circuit that consists of two resistors in series. The voltage divider takes some input voltage, referred to as Vin, and outputs a specific fraction of that voltage based on the ratio between the two resistors. To understand how a voltage divider works, I like to think of the electrical current passing through a wire like cars traveling down a road. In this scenario, we can think of the individual resistors as rough patches in the road that make it difficult for the cars to pass through. A resistor with a small resistance might be like some gravel or a slick spot on the road. It's just a minor inconvenience for that traffic. But a resistor with a large resistance would be more like a pothole or some large debris in the road. It causes a lot more trouble for the cars going through. Now, consider these two resistors connected to a 3-volt source as the input voltage. Both of these resistors are like obstacles on the road, and their resistances will add together to increase the overall difficulty of traveling along it. To analyze this circuit with Ohm's law, I'll start by thinking of the 1 and 2 kilo ohm resistors, which are in series, as a single 3 kilo ohm resistor. Using Ohm's law, rearranged to solve for current, I find that the current through a 3 kilo ohm resistor attached to a 3-volt source will be 1 milliamp. This 1 milliamp of current represents the cars that are traveling down this road. Now I'll go back to thinking about these two resistors in series as individual obstacles along the road. The same cars or current will pass through each of these obstacles, but the amount of energy that they have to expend to get past each obstacle will be different, depending on the difficulty or resistance of the obstacle. That means the voltage across each of these resistors will be different. Using Ohm's law, I can calculate that the voltage drop across the top 1 kilo ohm resistor with 1 milliamp of current passing through it will be 1 volt. And using a similar math on the bottom 2 kilo ohm resistor, I see that the voltage drop across it will be 2 volts when there's a 1 milliamp current passing through it. This circuit creates a simple voltage divider with an input of 3 volts across both resistors and an output voltage, which is the voltage over the bottom resistor of 2 volts. In this example, the output voltage is 2/3 of the input voltage. However, that ratio between output and input will change based on the values of the resistors. This equation provides the general relationship between the input and output voltage based on the values of the top and bottom resistor, which are labeled as R1 and R2. The output voltage is equal to the input voltage times the value of the top resistor divided by the sum of the top and bottom resistors. You'll also commonly see this equation rearranged to show that the ratios of the output voltage to the input voltage is equal to R2 divided by R1 plus R2.